wish somebody would come over and do my hair before I film. Anyway, God, my ear won't pop. Oh, God, now my other ear needs to pop. No, I can't hear. No, I sound all echoey in my head. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shar, and today I'm gonna do a best and worst foundations of 2019. Now, these are not necessarily 2019 foundation launches. These are just some that are in my collection. I have been wearing foundation for, oh my gosh, since I was in junior high. So that was in 1982 is when I started wearing foundation. So I have tried a lot of foundations, and I figured with the end of the year approaching quickly that I would purge my foundations, use this as a declutter video as well. I have so much in here that we need to just get going before it's already into the new year. I just talked for like 5 minutes and didn't realize I wasn't filming. Okay, anyway, back to doing this one again. This is the MAC Studio Face and Body. This one, the reason why I'm starting with this one is this one will always be in my collection. I love this one. This is a sheer to, I would say, high, medium to medium. You can build this and build this without it looking cakey, and it looks like skin. I believe that skin of all ages can wear this, and skin types. I really feel that oily skin people can wear this as well. I used to have oily skin. My daughter has combo skin and she really likes it. It really is a beautiful finish and a beautiful foundation. I love using this to mix into other foundations. If I have a matte foundation, I will mix a little bit of this in with it so it's not a flat matte, and it just gives that matte foundation a little bit of life to it. And it dries down so it's not sticky and tacky, and other products go over that beautifully. If you're not somebody who likes a dewy finish with your foundation, you probably won't like this. So yes, this one is one of my best. I love, love, love this. The Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. This is beautiful. This has, oh my gosh, skin-like finish. It's just gorgeous. It looks like you're glowing from within. Worked with a primer, without a primer. It was not finicky in the least. It went on so easily and quickly and blended in. I will say though that I am not a big fan of the doe foot applicator. You know, it just kind of, it just is disgusting. And it has like this paint smell, and it actually, the smell keeps getting worse. So I did wear this a lot in the summertime because outdoors it really does have a skin-like finish, but the smell, and I don't know. It is nice if you can get past the smell and the doe foot applicator, but it does have some good skincare ingredients in here. I would put these in more of like the meh category. Confusing category is where I would put it, because I really do like it, but I can't stand the smell, and I don't want to work too hard to make a foundation work, and I felt like I had to work hard to make this one work. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere. It had everything on paper what I thought would translate onto my skin. It has like a glow from within. It was medium to full coverage. The finish was supposed to be this beautiful lit from within glow. I tried to work with this. I tried it with a primer, I tried it without a primer. It clings to dry patches and settles into fine lines. I just could not work with this. I had it work one day and I was like, okay, it looks great, good. I wouldn't say great. But then throughout the day, it would settle into fine lines, and it showed texture that I didn't really have, and it emphasized pores. Again, I tried it with a sponge, I tried it with fingers, I tried it with a brush, and some days it would look good and then other days it wouldn't, because I was like, why does it look good one day? I did the exact same thing 2 days later, and you know, it just didn't work for me. And I don't have time to try to figure out what this foundation wants from me. So I am just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Lumiere Soft Fluid Long Wear Foundation. I wouldn't say it's long wear, but I love the finish of this one. This is a satin matte finish, and it can be full coverage, but it's very skin-like. I really love this. The Physicians Formula, this is the dupe for Lumiere. $110, $15. They both unfortunately have a smell. This one's a little bit more off-putting than this one. Beautiful, beautiful packaging, beautiful, comes in a pump. I love pumps. I think this would look beautiful on mature skin. Well, I have mature skin, but even more mature skin than me. Don't love the price, but definitely keeping it in my collection. Okay, this is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is actually geared towards normal to oily. I like how this does sort of blur pores, and you can apply this with a primer, without a primer, with a sponge, fingers. I really like this one. The only problem is that I really have to, in order for this one to work for my skin, I have to prep my skin properly with a lot of hydration on my skin before I put this on. This does last and looks beautiful on the skin. I'd say this is my most matte foundation, and it's drugstore. This is a fuller coverage foundation, if I haven't said that already. You can sheer it out. This one I actually like. Again, I mix it with my MAC Face and Body because it does give it more of like a glowier matte. This does have, this isn't a, ooh, okay, yeah, I gotta say that too. This does have a twist off top, which I don't love. This has a, it doesn't have a flat matte, which is why I like this. But if I want to give it just a little bit more of a satin finish, I will put in a little bit of the MAC Face and Body, or use a luminous primer. Yes, I will keep CYO Long Lasting Foundation, and this is $7 online at Walgreens. It comes in a pump. It's plasticky. Again, $7 Walgreens. I fell in love with it. Medium to full coverage. It's a pretty satin matte finish. It looks like skin, and the shade range sucks, but it's great for mixing in with other shades. If I've got one that's too dark, then I'll put in one of these lighter ones. If I have one that's a little too yellow, I have kind of a pinker one. So I don't know. It does sound like a pain in the ass that I do that, but I really do love the finish of this. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I really wanted to like this foundation. I really did. Beautiful packaging, super bougie, way too expensive. It comes with a pump. This is a sheer to medium finish. It's a natural finish. I, again, used it with a primer, without a primer. I tested it out like I do all foundations. I don't just try it once and then say, well, that didn't work, and then not give it a go. I really did want to give it a go. It got patchy in places and it went on okay. I wasn't real thrilled. I thought it settled into fine lines. Again, it was just patchy. There's other foundations that I would prefer, drugstore foundations that I would choose over this one. Oh, my absolute favorite foundation, I think, ever. And I have a hair in my face. This is the OSMOSIS Performance Wear Satin Foundation. Comes in a pump. Disgusting right now, I apologize. I actually have this on right now. I have never in all of the history of wearing foundation have I ever finished a foundation. This one is, I know it still looks like I have some in there. I have had to like open it up to like scrape the bottle, and I'm sure people are just like, well, why don't you just buy a new one? Yeah, I'm going to, but I really wanted to finish this one up. This is a true satin matte finish, long wear, beautiful, beautiful foundation, super easy to work with. Today I put it on with a sponge. I cannot say enough good things about this one. I am absolutely going to repurchase. I love this foundation. Easy to work with. It doesn't dry right away, so you can move it around and really blend it in, and so it does have a skin-like finish. And it plays well with other products, so you can put bronzer over this and blush, and it doesn't lift up off your face. Hi. How are you? Hello. Yes, you're so sweet. You want to come say hello? Can they see you? I don't know if they can see you. Oh, there she is. Oh, they can't see you. Come up here. Oh, you still can't see her. Okay, you're gonna like whack all my equipment. Okay, what was I saying? This one dries down fully and plays well with other makeup products, but it doesn't feel like anything on the face. This one really works with your skin. It actually looks better throughout the day, but it also blurs pores. That's another thing that I really, really like about this. And yeah, Osmosis. Too Faced Born This Way did not work for me. I just couldn't get it to look that great on my skin. I tried so many times to wear this, and it just didn't do it for me. The finish was pretty, but it didn't last on my skin throughout the day, kind of like the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I really wanted to like that one too, and I finally had to part with that one last year. Same thing, it just started breaking up throughout the day. This one reminded me a lot of that one. I know a lot of you guys love this. Beautiful packaging, pump, all that stuff. I do like the Too Faced Peach Perfect Matte Foundation. That one lasted on my skin, and I was surprised that I liked that one because I have drier, mature skin. That one really does look pretty on the skin. Again, I couldn't make this one work for my skin. We are in the home stretch, and I'm just gonna talk about all of my stick foundations. And I'm gonna start with this guy. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation. This is a stick version of their liquid infallible, L'Oreal Infallible foundations, which I really like those. I've used those in the past, so I wanted to pick this one up. I liked this one. It goes on easy. The problem I had with this one is it just kind of looks like makeup on the skin, and I found that I liked it at first, but then I started reaching for this less and less. So I think I'm ready to give this one up because there's other foundations that I reach for over this one. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Stick Foundation. I saw a lot of people raving about this one for dry skin. The problem I had with this one is it's so creamy that it just gets, it's a mess. That's all I can say, is it just gets all down the stick. I thought it looked really good on my skin. I actually did a foundation review, but I didn't post it because I think I had technical difficulties, which wouldn't be surprising. But anyway, I remember thinking I liked it at first, but then it just looked too waxy and heavy on the skin. I tried it all different ways with a brush, fingers, sponge, and then I started realizing that it was breaking me out. So God, I really wanted to like this one, so I finally am parting with this one. Yes. Hourglass Mineral Veil Foundation Stick. Can you see that? Beautiful packaging. It is full coverage. Like, this will erase all of your mistakes in life. It just, I mean, it is like, I cannot express how full coverage this is. The other thing is that it is so pigmented, and I could never really find the right shade. And I tried, let's see, the Warm Ivory Nude, and then I had tried Sand, I tried Warm Beige, I tried Shell, I tried so many of them, and I finally realized the problem that I have with it is that it's just too full coverage for me, and the pigment is just, well, it's very pigmented, so it's almost like not, in my opinion, real looking skin. It cancels everything out, and so you've got like just flawless skin, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, yeah, what's wrong with that? It just didn't look natural. I mean, the finish is natural and it's beautiful on the skin, and it actually looks better as the day goes on because it works and it warms up to your skin and it becomes one with your skin. It just didn't quite look like skin. I felt like I just looked like an alien here and then skin. And I finally have realized that I'm ready to just let them go, because they were expensive, and that was why I think I held on to them for so long. But I don't reach for them, so I have to just say goodbye. It was you, not me. This last one, I didn't like it first. This was the Tom Ford super bougie Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. I tried this in a couple different shades, and I found one that I'm happy-ish with, but oh, this looks gorgeous on the skin. Please excuse the gross. Look at that. It is a little messy. My favorite way to put this on, a dense brush like this. I did not like this foundation at first, and I realized what I was doing wrong. I was going in and just kind of like slapping it all over my face and then trying to buff it out or use a sponge and kind of move it around and try to really get it in there. And then I would just look like a big waxy mess. There is a way to work with this, and it just looks like you have beautiful skin. This is full coverage, and it does have a natural finish. This is really creamy, and it's great for dry mature skin. If you've got oily skin, I don't know if this is really going to be your thing. I will go in and just ever so lightly go in like this, and I start the center of my face around where I have the most redness, and I really work it into the skin, and I use just that little bit to really spread it around. And then if I need a little bit more, I will just add a little bit more. But this stuff gives you such a beautiful base. Less is more, and I think it's $85. It might have gone up. I think it's $85. That's why I didn't really want to throw this out. I really wanted to like make it work, and playing around with it with different primers, it did. And the reason why I took my time to figure out, not just because it's expensive, but I knew I could make this work, and I did. And I was happy, and I love it. I don't know, there's something about the look of this one that looks like skin. I wish I would have tried this on my mom when she was visiting, because I think mature dry skin, it is gorgeous. This one I'm keeping. The rest of them, I am finally going to purge them from my life. Well, I thought I was a cushion foundation person. I thought the ease of having a cushion foundation where you have your little compact, and I'll give you an example of one. Wet n Wild. This is nice. It goes on and your skin looks airbrushed. I just don't like the whole cushion thing. I'm kind of a germaphobe. I don't know. At the end of the day, this doesn't last very long. It gives a nice finish. I would say satin. It just didn't last very long, and I would prefer, if I'm just gonna throw something on, this was easy to throw on, I would much prefer to throw on like a tinted moisturizer, or a tinted sunscreen really is what I would like to run errands in, and just kind of, I don't know, this didn't hold up for me, and so I didn't like it. And then this Misha compact, again, just sponge got disgusting, and the color was just kind of off. It was nice. It was nice to kind of press it into my skin, but again, didn't last very long. The finish was okay. The coverage on this was light. It's nothing to get excited about. Well, I wasn't real excited about it. In trying to weed out my collection, it's things like this that I just don't reach for. It's not a bad product. Like, I can see why people like this, but it's not for me. Another cushion foundation. This is Hera Black Cushion. This is on the higher end. Beautiful packaging with my fingerprints all over it. It does come with a refill on the higher end. This would look really nice on mature skin. One of the big problems is that this is, the shade range is horrible in this. I have one of the darker shades, and it's still light on me. And it looks like, well, again, disgusting. And again, beautiful packaging. It has a mirror in this, and I thought, oh, this will be so convenient to take with me. But the reality is, I just want a foundation or a sunscreen, tinted sunscreen that I can just put on, and I don't have to touch up throughout the day. And I don't reach for these, so I'm just going to purge them. I'm just getting rid of things in my life that don't make me happy. This was another one I really wanted to make work. This is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Foundation. This one touted to be antioxidant, that's what it was, antioxidant enriched. It was pretty. I did like it at first, but then it kind of started breaking up on my forehead. Like, it really made my pores look enlarged and texture that I don't have. So it was really interesting as the day went on. I wasn't a big fan of this. A lot of people raved about this though. If you liked this, I would love to know what skin type you are, because I have heard that this is good for oily skin. I really liked the finish. I thought the finish was really, really pretty. For some reason, it just didn't work for me. It broke up throughout the day and settled into fine lines and wrinkles, and didn't really care for it too much. The Revlon Photo Ready Candid Foundation Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I picked this up in 3 shades. I have 220, 270, and 310. I picked up 270 first, and it is so peach. I don't know what I was thinking. Clearly I had something in my eye when I picked this one up, because it was so not my color. And so then I went back and I got these two. Oh, I love this stuff. This is full coverage. It still looks like skin. I know I've been saying that, I swear. You're seeing probably a theme here. It does look like skin. The finish is natural. I just adore this foundation. I would check this out. This has such a beautiful finish. I think it would be good for mature skin, oily skin. I really do think if you prepped your skin properly, I think people with combo skin would really like this as well. I think you should prep your skin well anyways. But this is foolproof. It's really creamy, and a little goes a long ways. You can use a brush, a sponge, your fingers. It is gorgeous on the skin and easy to work with. It plays well with others. It dries down. It feels lightweight on the skin. It blurs pores, and it's affordable. That's what I love about it. It's got a great shade range. That's another plus as well. So there are a lot of shades for many different people. So yes, I will keep this one for sure. My last foundation, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. I love this stuff. It is full coverage. You can make this full coverage. But if you go with a heavy hand, this can look cakey. And I hear that from a lot of people. For mature skin, I would try the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. That's a beautiful foundation. In 2019, I reached for this quite a bit. In fact, I was wearing this for New Year's. Yeah, and going into 2019. And it's beautiful. You have to kind of work in sections, and I prefer a beauty sponge. There is a way to apply this though, where it looks beautiful on the skin. This is one that I have gotten compliments on my skin and not the makeup I'm wearing, but you have to go in with a light hand. Beautiful finish, and I can't say enough. I think so many people talk about this one. I could do another get ready with me if you want to see how I use this, but I definitely work in sections and I use a beauty blender. That about wraps it up, you guys, for my decluttering best of, worst of 2019 foundations. Thank you so much for being here and helping me rid my life of things that I've been holding on for just a little too long, and I'm ready to just let them go and make way for new foundations in 2020. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys being here, and let me know in the comments what some of your favorite foundations were for 2019, and we'll see you in my next video. Take care.